Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Ghetto Zebras. Hey there, Bill.
Hi Ghetto, just getting in. I haven't set myself a drink yet. I suppose I should do it sometime. Bullets. Bullets.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
12.9 Spitfire radio check. Radio. Radio. No, he's not having radio. Let's do it manually. Frames. Got to restart voice attack. Frames. Frames. No, it's not having it. Okay.
Ghetto Zebras. Starting up in a moose. Was in the mood for some nice sounds.
Yep, totally good. Caught that. That's nice to see you in a Moz. 149 Spitfire 08 for takeoff.
The Templaric Knight. How's it going, Bill?
Hi Templar, I've literally just got in, sir. About to take off right now.
The Templaric Knight. Oh sweet. The Templaric Knight. So what is your flight plan?
No real flight plan at the moment, just sort of suck it and see. We might be doing some stuff that Lexwell's recently introduced a bit later, but I'll wait and see the score on that. So I suppose my first flight plan is, in case we need to protect ourselves for Caesar or whatever else, hit a few ground units. There's a bunch of artillery to the southwest which do tend to hit our field.
Has the heat finally dissolved over there across the pond?
It sure has, buddy. So I think it's supposed to come back a little bit next week though.
The Templaric Knight. I still can't believe that 89 to 92 degrees put you guys all on the edge.
Well, not all of us, sir. I love it. Don't think that was a very good run. No, it wasn't. I've got 2 smokers, that's all. So if I can correct that right now, one of those guns at least is firing probably on our airfield.
The Templaric Knight. Over here it's usually 109 degrees with a 90% plus humidity every year.
Yeah, now the humidity is less fun.
The Templaric Knight. It's like northern Florida.
Yeah, where our heat is usually a bit humid, but this year it hasn't been. When we used to go over to France, I used to love it there because the heat is much drier.
The Templaric Knight. You love it. It's France, what is there to love?
Oh, it's a beautiful country. It's lovely. It's big, so, by comparison to UK, it's big. Way bigger than us, so there's more space perhaps fewer people, which can be nice. No, it is lovely. We used to get a gîte with its own pool. It was lovely. I think I've run out of 20s already. So I'll have to land, get rearmed and come back and finish these off. I might be able to do the smoker with 7.7s.
The Templaric Knight. Pools are nice until you own one, then it's a lot of work and money on the upkeep.
Oh yeah,
The
well,
Templaric Knight.
we didn't have to worry about that.
That's why I prefer the creeks.
Yeah, I'd never feel comfortable in a creek somehow, but no, the pools, we didn't have to worry about that. That was the the owners that were renting them out had to worry about that, not us, and they were always crystal clear blue. Well, blue because of the liner mainly, but crystal clear water, beautiful. I'll finish up my ammo on that smoker, see if I can get it.
The Templaric Knight. Looks like your 303s are having a lot of trouble doing air to ground.
Oh yeah, I mean 303 is just like a pea shooter, isn't it? Really, that was the disadvantage that our aircraft suffered in World War II, was that they were up against like 109s. What's just hit me from? Sorry. They were up against 109s that were pretty manoeuvrable, pretty fast, and had cannon. And the earlier Spitfires, of course, didn't. They only had 7.7s, and you had about 15 seconds of trigger squeezing time, and that's all.
The Templaric Knight. You were using a WW1 caliber guns on armoured fighters.
That's all I've got left at the moment. Oh, sorry, yeah, 303s. That's all we had on the early Spitfires. I think the 2B was the first one that had 20mm. That's it, ammo gone, RTB.
The Templaric Knight. Us Americans upgraded to 50 cals on our planes in late WW2. The Templaric Knight. Late WW1 correction.
Yeah, and I'm sure our pilots would have wished for the same over here, but say that didn't happen. But that was on the radio. So anyone that heard that, it was from our stream. So apologies if it jumped over everybody. Yeah, I used the wrong push to talk just then. So I was speaking not just on my stream, but also on the radio.
The Templaric Knight. We did upgrade to cannons mid-Korean War in the 1950s.
Yeah, hold on.
The Templaric Knight. But the 50s did do pretty well in Korea. The Templaric Knight. The 50 calories is the perfect caliber between small arms and cannons.
Yeah, well, they're certainly nicer than 303s. They've hit my tyre. I'm squiffy. I need to get repaired as well now. Actually, I think that was the infantry that are at the bridge that
The Templaric Knight.
got me.
The 303 is like our 30-06, just slightly less powerful.
Yeah, well, I know that people that flew the earlier Spitfires, you know, they said, you know, it's like they had 20 mils and we had pea shooters. Only like 15 seconds of firing.
The Templaric Knight. Before the Germans got cannons on their planes, they were using 13mm cannons.
Yeah, and I guess all the 109s
The Templaric
had
Knight.
20s.
Which was basically the German version of the 50 calories.
Calories. Yeah, it's taken your your caliber to mean the calories, but never mind. Right. I'm going to cut
The
the engine
Templaric
and
Knight.
get repaired.
LOL.
Repair.
Request repair. Copy.
Bullets.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Right, so we'll get rearmed and repaired. 150 seconds before they start repair, which takes about 5, maybe 10 seconds.
Refueling
The
complete.
Templaric Knight. By the way, they messed up the taxing physic on the F4U Corsair again.
Oh! What happens then? What is the problem with it? I haven't flown the Corsair for quite some time. Who's that coming in with smoke?
Rearming complete.
That's got to be Ghetto. Good luck, Ghetto. It's got to be you.
The Templaric Knight. The tail wheel grip and traction on it is really off again.
Oh, well, that's a pity. Hopefully they'll sort that out. Pity that when you're going forward, it actually takes a step backwards, because surely it must be obvious to them, you would think. But that was a no gear landing then, Ghetto. Right, 50 seconds will start repair. At this point, I guess I could pour myself a beer.
The Templaric Knight. Well, this is their first tail dragger and first prop plane, so they are kinda lost in that regard. Ghetto zebras. Interesting. I put my lever down. I had a lot of heavy damage. I'm surprised I got back.
Yeah, I could tell by the, sorry, I could tell by the smoke that you suffered a certain amount of undesirable damage, but obviously the gear as well. Oh no, emergency, emergency. Look, I've gone to open my beer and the opener is just broken. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'll try it. I don't think it's going to work.
The Templaric Knight.
Nope, it hasn't worked.
But the Corsair did get a lot faster and quicker getting up to speed.
Well, that's a plus. Right, hold on. I've got to open this the old-fashioned way. I'll be back. Right, this is assuming that this is going to work. I've done it before when I've had mishaps. It just punched a hole. Oh. Right, that's it. It snapped it through now, so I can poke that in. Okay, we're cooking. Bit lively, thanks to that, but never mind. It will settle. If Warhawk was watching, I could pour myself a Guinness. I've got some. I know how much he loves Guinness.
The Templaric Knight. Mead is the best drink.
Mead, it's nice enough, I can drink it, but I find it's got a bit of an odd flavour because it's made with honey, isn't it? To be honest, the first time I tried honey, which was at the tender age of about 25, believe it or not, I'd never tasted honey before that age.
Ghetto zebras.
And it nearly made
it
made me gag.
Makes me gag XD.
Oh right, so the foam makes you gag, and the honey in mead doesn't make me gag. But say the first time I tried honey, it almost made me gag because to me it looked like just golden syrup. But of course the taste is very different. Actually, if you don't like the foam, Ghetto, you won't like Guinness, will you? Because that's got a very fine head. See, this one's, the bubbles are comparatively large, but on a Guinness, it's pressurised with nitrogen instead of carbon dioxide, and the head is like a very fine foam. One of the tricks I used to do was you get your finger and you put your initial in the head at the top. You write it in the head, and the head, the bubbles or the foam was thick enough to retain that that initial for most of your drink. That certainly wouldn't happen with this. Guinness really is best when it comes out of the pub, out of a tap.
Templaric Night. Mead tastes closer to wine.
Yeah, I think it probably does, yeah. But as I say, to me it's got a bit of an odd flavour.
And it tastes best in a glass bottle.
I used to feel that way about some drinks, but I think they've nailed it a bit now. I used to feel that stuff out of a can tasted a fraction metallic, but I think they've nailed that now, and that doesn't happen. Apart from something called Murphy's, which is very similar to Guinness, but that definitely has a slightly metallic smell to it, although you can't taste it. It has a slightly metallic smell to it, and I'm not quite sure why that is, but maybe it's to do with iron that's in it. I really don't know. That's you coming up now. Is it Templar? Has to be. Has to be. Got your radio going, Templar? You know what, I can't remember if I've used rockets from the Corsair. Can't remember. That shows that I haven't flown it all that much.
Ghetto zebras. Sounds per in.
Yeah, I like the sound of the radio engines.
She's asterisk.
Yeah, she's purring. Yeah. I like the sound of all warbirds really, because they got that fan at the front. They got real engines, not jet engines that don't give you any visual. Okay, I've got to shut up and get started. Set my trims. Moving on to 08. For 9 Spitfire 08 for takeoff.
Ready, then.
Heard something on the radio then, but it was quiet.
Alrighty then. available.
Okay, I'm going to head out to the BTRs to the east.
Alright.
Oh, I've lost my way. I'm not where I thought I was.
Be careful, there is 109 here.
I think the 109s will be passive.
They're about 15 miles to the east.
Yeah, they're passive.
Right there's 251.
Okay, I'm hearing radio, but it's quite muffled. But I think because that has to be that must be Templar speaking, I think, and I think that's one of the things about that Corsair. It depends on which one you choose. One of them's quite muffled.
Yeah, it's on an American Corsair, and the radio is including
I'm sorry, old chap. I can hear you speaking, but it's not possible. I'm not really hearing any of the consonants, so it's really almost impossible to make out what you're saying. Well, it is for me because I'm stupid.
10-4.
So I've really lost my way. I can't find the units that I'm after. I'm going to head back and find my way from the airfield again.
I think I found them.
Well, the ones I'm thinking of are not that far out. Oh no! You're not where I thought you were. You've probably found the convoy. Watch out, because the convoy is dangerous. I'm now stuck on. I want to find the BTRs to the east. I don't know why I couldn't find them. Unless Laxor's adjusted it so they are in a different place. I doubt it. I'm sure they should be here. Maybe they've all been destroyed so long ago that even the wreckages have disappeared. I'm sure that's the area that they should sit in.
So let's go attack that big convoy.
I heard the word convoy, but that's all I got. Come over there.
Let's convoy attack. New drug. Radium made potato.
I think I've got the word potato. Was that in there somewhere?
Yes.
Got yes, that was good. It's like you're talking like through a paper bag or something, so it's quite muffled. I don't get the consonants, so it's very difficult to make out what the different words are. Just occasionally I'll catch one. Okay, I'm going to go for the convoy, so I might as well say goodbye, really.
New drug. Potato radio we have.
Only word I got there was radio. Why can't I see the convoy, for heaven's sake? I should be able to see them. Oh, there they are. Yeah, of course.
You are pretty low.
I'm loud.
Low, not loud.
Oh, low. Oh. I don't think I got anything. I assume you got something. Was that with rockets?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hit, not surprisingly.
Your radiator is leaking really bad.
Yeah, and oil. So I'm RTB right now. Bit of a wobble on as well. And I'm too fast. Zero prop pitch control.
Resting pepperoni.
Center down. Pretty good.
I don't know who last spoke, but if that was Templar, the radio has changed completely. It's become quite different, more toppy, but maybe it was Ghetto.
It was not me.
I'm going to pull off the runway just for repairs and rearm. Repair.
Request repair.
Copy.
Bullets.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Okay, so that's Ghetto in the P51. Welcome.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Okay, 80 seconds for repair, or before repair. Yeah, and I hit my tyre, of course. Ghetto, fly past, nice. Up on the ramps. Do they cover the gun ports up when they do this? I assume they would, although, no, I've been repaired and they haven't done that. Obviously that's only when you spawn in, not every time you rearm. Seemed rather bouncy. Let's take a look. All looks okay. It seemed to be bouncing along quite well. Maybe I just caught the grass by... No, I didn't catch the grass, I'm sure I didn't. Okay, 490, wait for takeoff. Now, is that just me, or is that bouncing more than I expected to? Oops. Oopsie daisy.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, I couldn't see any reason why it would. Okay, I'll finish off the, hopefully finish off the artillery.
Ghetto Zebras. A heavy 51p trying to dance with a Spitfire and being stalled LOL.
Yeah, well, okay, never mind. Sure it'll buff out.
Ghetto Zebras.
Sounds like a peculiar
Couldn't turn with you XD.
Oh, have all these units been destroyed already? Someone else must have gone. Okay, someone else must have taken them. Time to go to the bridge for the BTRs, I think. Got infantry down there. Nothing? Unless I was shooting at already dead targets, but I didn't think so. Oh no, there's some smoke coming up. Okay, we've got one burner on one steamer. And there's smoke on the opposite side, so the tank must have unusually gone to one side. Okay, I'll go for the steamer. If I can see it. Okay. Okay, that's 3 good burners now, so that's fine. I don't think I've taken any damage. BTR's on the bridge, all destroyed.
You could have dropped some bombs.
You could use bombs on the either on the convoy, which is a bit dangerous, or there's a couple of parallel units north of the airfield There's one unit of trucks, and parallel to that, there's a bunch of infantry with stuff that's a bit dangerous for us. So bombs on the infantry is a good thing if you can get there for that. Just said all that on my stream instead of on the radio, but if you're copying Templar, there's a parallel bunch of units north of the airfield, trucks parallel with infantry, which are slightly dangerous, but bombs on the infantry is a good idea.
Okay, but you should be carrying bombs too, because that means you can stay longer for every round.
Okay, all I got from that was okay, but okay. I'll wait for you to get here and have a go if you can find them.
I'm still taking out all these DCS.
You're doing the convoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Look out. Though the Corsair can take a bit more damage.
Yeah, it can take more damage because it's a man's plane. Winchester RTV.
Copy that. I'll see if I can find something down there to shoot at.
There's quite a bit.
pretty much out of ammo, so I'm RTB. On final 08.
Ghetto zebras. Nice one then.
Yeah, that was a nice landing.
Ghetto
I'm
zebras.
very comfortable with that one.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was good. I landed more slowly and a gentle glide in. That's the thing about me, I tend to come in too fast. When I cut that speed down, it works a lot better. Sure, I must have caught some damage in there. It's a noisy check, but I heard it. No, more hiss than voice on that, I think. Okay, I'll get repaired. See what damage is first.
The first there has a major problem with the brakes when you're landing.
Does that Corsair problem brake landing?
Yes, the brakes will instantly tip your nose no matter where your tail wheel is, right into the...
Okay, yeah, that makes it awkward if I'm getting it right. Okay, let's cut the engine and get repaired. Actually, I was going to see if I needed repair, wasn't I? I don't know if I do. Well, perhaps I don't. For some reason, I went for repair and didn't need to. Possibly a tiny amount of peppering on the rudder, but that's all. Oh yeah, there's some on that wing. I can see it now. Now the light is correct. I might as well get repaired. Now that I've got the engine off. Repair.
Request repair.
Copy.
Bullets.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
I suppose I should consider taking a different aircraft as well at some point. Maybe a Mosquito. I don't know. Nothing pleases me more than a Spitfire, and most. Yeah, none of them actually please me as much as a Spitfire, though the Mosquito comes pretty close. Thing is, if you were to jump in Spitfire, you have to speak, learn to speak like what I speak, wouldn't you? And drink pints of bitter at room temperature, bitter as opposed to bitter or ale. Pints of bitter. Right, stand by. I'm just stand by. I'm just talking with Alexa at the moment. Alexa's getting performance issues at the moment since he took some updates on his machine, so it might be that he'll do tomorrow night.
Now I have 850 cows.
Okay, I'm back on here. I've been repaired, I've been rearmed, so I must be good to go. Let's just check that. Yeah, there was some wing peppering, that's all sorted, right. Right, I'm still chatting with Alexa, so I'm losing my plot on here. Hang on, what have I done? I've primed, that's all, and then I've got to start up and adjust my trims. Ah, hi Timbers, you've got your radio on?
Yes.
I could hear that, and that was clear. So it's definitely the problem with the Corsair radio, because that was clear. Right, moving on to Ron.
Yeah, I'm back in the P-47 because Corsair is a lot of brakes right now, especially on landing. I'm trying to stop, just keep pushing the nose around.
Okay, now I'm going to have the backpedaler faction there, because although I said it sounded clearer, it's much brighter, but you've got background hiss. It's a bit like when Ghetto is speaking on his Spitfire radio. There's often a lot of background interference, and that's what I was getting when you spoke just then. You'll be able to hear it on my stream if you wanted to check that afterwards.
Alright.
Okay, I think I'm good to go. Break off and away we go. Copy. If that was a radio check.
Yeah.
I couldn't distinguish the voice, I couldn't distinguish who it was, I could just hear the radio check, and it's only short. No, I'm hearing the voice, but what you're saying is indistinguishable for me. It's probably just me. Oh right, okay, it is you. So that's what? Are you in the Huey?
16.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's very clear. There isn't any background, but it's so toppy that it's almost cutting my head off at times. But and it's a bit low. But apart from that, all good.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about the, in theory it's a Spitfire radio.
Yeah, and I can't pull you up any further. I've got my radio full up. The radio on OBS, that is what I mean. Yeah, Alexa, if you copy still, I went to find the BTRs over to the east, and unless I got the location wrong, I couldn't find them.
Unless someone's already taken them out.
Yeah, but there's not even any scars on the ground, so if they did, they must have been taken out some time ago, I guess.
If someone came on it just after a reboot, maybe.
Okay. I'm going to do another check right now, just in case I was just in the wrong place, but I felt sure that I was in the right place and I wasn't seeing any of them, or even scars on the ground. Okay, well I just revisited it and sure enough there's nothing there. Even when I go down close, there's no marks on the ground, so they've obviously been long gone.
Gear up.
One saying gear up.
And one. Quite a load on, so I'm going to be very slow.
Something rather very either low or slow.
I have quite a load on. It's going to be very slow.
Copy, got that. So there we are. For someone stupid like me, you've got to speak loud and slow. A bit like an Englishman in France. Approaching your 4. What's your objective?
Finishing up those BTRs.
Copy, I think there's only one live one left. Nice explosion. Was it a hit? Yes, it obviously was, because there's no green bars now.
The other.
Nice. I'm sure it must be me, but yeah, I can hear you speaking, but I'm only understanding occasional words. I'm sure it's just me, so don't worry.
It's probably the balance between your game sound and the radio.
Maybe. But having said that, even when I'm on the map, when you don't have any game sound going on, I'm still finding it difficult.
Well, listen to your stream when I talk. It sounds clear, just like what.
But as an experiment, Lexor, did you catch all of that and understand all of that?
I heard it. I wasn't entirely listening because I was struggling with steering an I-16 at the time. Say again. I was on Phil's stream and I sound just like how you sound this stream in the radio. Okay, so coming in as clear as you on Phil's stream. So I can get most of what you're saying. There's a lot of background hiss that I don't think is necessarily always there. Because sometimes your background hiss isn't there. So I don't think that's something module generated. So that could be playing a part. But for the most part, I can understand what you're saying.
Actually, I'm going to go for the BTRs that are shooting at us. Got substantial damage to my starboard wing, but I'll carry on for a bit.
Maybe a triple.
A triple hit.
Triple kill.
Nice.
I'm the first, even less with this plane for the Corsair.
I think that's all of them, isn't it?
Yep, they're all dead.
Copy, RTB.
You can, I'm not. American durability supremacy.
Too much hiss there for me. 49, I'll be coming in on 08. She's wobbling a lot.
I barely do it like at half the first of these 50s and just light shit up.
Okay, 49, about to turn on finals. 08. Fighting it a bit. Well, that was a much better landing than I expected. Nice pass. Got a glimpse, but I'm guessing that was Laxor. Okay, I'm not going to worry about changing aircraft. It's only half an hour left, so I'm gonna stick with the Spitfire. That is a cute little airplane, that I-16. I wish I didn't have so much issues with the gear. I always seem to break the cables, so I do it in the wrong order.
There's a reason why they call it iron ass.
Hang on, I'm just shutting my engine down, so I should hear you better. Say again.
There's a reason why they call it iron ass.
Iron ass? Was that?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were called that. Okay, get repaired.
Okay.
Repair. Repair.
Request repair.
Copy.
Bullets.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Lovely. Lovely. That kind of purrs past as well.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Looking down, so I didn't see that one. $70 seconds, 60 seconds for repair.
Nice.
getting repaired. Oh, lovely. Okay, I'm off the ramps, I'm all done, all repaired. I don't remember being on the grass. Did I really pull onto the grass? I thought I was still on the concrete. Obviously I did pull onto the grass, but normally you feel it, you notice it. That was odd. For 9 to take off 08. It still seems bouncy, I don't know why. Perhaps I'm just imagining it, but it seems bouncy. Oh, Lex all went down. Lex all went down, did he?
Roger.
Yeah, copy.
Wasn't sure if I'd be able to dodge the flag 18 that was in that field if you're low enough, but apparently you can't.
All right. I'm gonna have a little go at the 109s, the passive 109s. I haven't gone for them for ages. So if I go for the 109 Escort southwest, gonna get shot down because you go for one and the other one gets you. So I'll go for the passive 109s.
Well, if I can keep up with you, I could join you for the southwest.
Well, I mean, I can. Are you still in the I-16?
Yeah.
Well, I can make a turn if you like. I can go southwest. Can't even see where you are at the moment. Oh yeah, I can. I just zoomed out too far on the map.
Just starting up.
What speed would you fly at, Maxwell?
I have no idea, about 350 kilometers now.
350 kilometers, so that's probably about 175. 200. Right, so for the viewers, Laxor and I are going to fly down to a place called Ekat. We don't know the whole name, so we just call it Ekat. Where there's a couple of 109s which have been used to escort enemy bombers. Now, if I go down there by myself, or if either of us go down there by ourselves, it's pretty much a suicide mission because the chances are you go for one and the other one will turn on you. And when you try to avoid the second one, the first one will turn on you. So you're in a sticky wicket, whichever way you go. But when there's two of you, there's a bit more chance of it working right. Laxor's up. I thought I was still waiting for him. Okay, Laxor, heading down to Eccat.
Yeah, imagine now. Just parallel with the inbound convoy.
Yeah, copy that. Bear in mind, do well to get some altitude between there and your objective, because there are ground units that will try to take you out. Okay, got eyes on you, Laxor. I'm looking for the 109s. Closing on your 4.
Yeah, I see. I see the 109s low, approaching the river from the north. Just crossing the river. 1, 2.
And they're both above land now, so they're more visible. I see something. I'm not sure if it's you or one of them.
They've gone high.
Oh, it must be you then.
One was diving.
There's one high. It might be an A20. I don't know what it is. I'm not looking at the map. The one on our 12.
1 on 12, my 12 is 109. Not that I can catch them.
Okay, throttling up. Gonna go for it.
Okay, I'll peel off. I didn't put bullets in, I got no guns.
Oops, nearly went for you then. Sorry.
I have no guns.
No guns. Okay. I can see the guy on the map, but I can't see him. Oh, I think I found him. In pursuit. Okay, if you copy last, acknowledge that you lost radio if you copy. I don't know if you can hear. I've got eyes on a 109, so I can't look away too much anyway. Copy.
Back up in a 51.
Didn't catch that, so again.
Coming back up in a 51.
51. I'm tailing this 109, trying to stay low out of his mirror view. But I'm at full black and have been for some time, so I don't know how my engine's going to behave. He's on fire. Splash 109. RTB. .109 was on me. I'm hopefully going to get on him. I'm out of ammo. I'm following him. I've hit him. He's given off a bit of steam, and he's got one gear leg down. So I'm just following him around. Can't look on the map. Anyone anywhere near?
Not Ghetto near, although he's in a MiG, so he might have an interesting time turning on.
I couldn't understand that.
Head over.
Couldn't understand that. Are you on him? Someone's on him.
It's near you. I can head over if you want.
No, he's down.
Oh, okay.
Sure, who got him? Was that you or Ghetto that got him?
It wouldn't have been me.
No, it's muted that whole time. Yeah, I just shot him down. You're out of ammo there.
Yeah, I'm completely out. Oh, I thought Lexor was up fairly close. Okay, that's fine. He's down looking at a bomber.
You're quite a way up the map, actually.
Yeah. All I can do is fly around and enjoy the scenery and offer coffee and cigarettes. So I'm RTB. We are past our usual flight time anyway, so that's fine. Lexor, beware, there are a couple of 109s in front of you.
Roger.
All I can do is rip gauges out and throw them at them. So if you stay at 6,000, you should be safe from those 109s. So those 109s are climbing towards you. Seems to have broken off. Or not. They are below you. Say again.
Have we lost the server? Or is it still ongoing okay?
Well, as far as I'm aware, it's okay.
Okay. It looked like the plane was doing weird stuff.
You have got a couple of 109s. I don't know what your altitude is. They are at about 4,000. I think they're trying to home in on you. Oh, looks like they got you. Full line descending for 08. Copy. Receiving. Four nine on funnels for 08. Oh, I lost all power. Four nine radio check.
Yeah, check.
Okay, I thought I lost all power. I didn't. I wasn't able to get my escape menu so that I could go and respawn. And then I realised that the reason I lost power, I didn't actually lose power. What happened was I lost focus. Something took the focus off the game, but I don't know how that happened. So I was operating my throttle physically, but obviously nothing was happening in the aircraft. So that ended up in a very, very bad landing. Not really classable as a landing.
I was wondering why, but all of a sudden I saw you on the respawn.
So say again.
was wondering why I saw you on the respawn.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's. I mean, I went down. There was I lost all control, but I thought that I'd lost control of the aircraft. But in fact, what happened? Well, I had, because somehow I ended up losing focus on the game, so I couldn't control the aircraft. But that's probably a good place to finish. It's still been a good night as far as I'm concerned. I had a couple of landings which were really nice, and the the second one was a really nice landing when I was a bit surprised to land at all because I had certain damages. So I landed okay on both those occasions. Really smooth, nice. I was quite pleased with them. Best landings I've had for a while.
Nice.
Where are you at? I've lost you. I can't see you on the map. Oh, yes I can. Okay, well, I think I will fold there. Quit while you're winning, as it were. So, yeah, but so I'm very pleased with a couple of my landings there. And I only lost one aircraft, and that was right just then. The only reason I lost it was because I lost the game, lost focus. So throughout the whole evening, I'd managed to keep that same aircraft. So, if receiving, I'm going to fold now. Laxor, tomorrow night or Sunday? What you want to do?
Take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, copy get though. Yeah, nice to have you along there again. It's always great when we're flying together. It's great stuff. So yeah, either I'm not sure yet whether it be tomorrow night or, well, I'm saying tomorrow night. I mean Saturday night or Sunday night.
Copy that.
Take care, sir. Nice flying with you.
Yeah, take care, guys. Doing just a bit of watching tonight, messing around in this jet. Watching you guys fly around. It was fun.
Yeah, that can be as much fun as the flying itself, can't it? When you're watching what's happening with the others, what's going on there. It's great. Laxor's lost contact though. Laxor, you copy?
Ghetto zebras. Catch you guys.
Yep, take care, sir. Take care. TTFN.
I keep losing focus, mental focus as much as anything else. I'm good for tomorrow. The only reason I said tomorrow and Sunday is because it took me so long to get into the air this evening.
Okay, so tomorrow. Okay, that's good. That keeps it sort of standard. That's nice if we can do it that way. But I keep having these late nights, so I'm trying not to have like 3 flight nights But if we can do tomorrow night, that's great. I'll catch you then.
Alright, take care.
Okay, take care. Bye night. TTFN. I don't know why that hasn't. I thought. Oh, there it goes. It's all right. It's all right. For the sake of anyone that's still watching my stream, if you have the option to put a message on, just as a good night, a goodbye, ta-ta, yeah, please do so. I'll give that a few seconds before I actually close the stream. I'll give it sort of 15 or 30 seconds in case anyone wants to respond. If you don't, that's fine, and then I'll close the stream. I just realised I did quit to desktop, so we've completely. I meant to just stop the server, but I've done quit to desktop. So anyone that still hears me, that's fine. I'm going to close the stream now. Thanks for being